Check one, check two, you good? Hey, it's Mark again on the roving red carpet here at the Cover Song Contest. I'm with Miss Holloway. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
It's such an honor to be here.
It is an honor to be here.
It's more of an honor to be in your presence. You are like a phenomenal.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I got to make sure to get my head in the elevator. You're making my head swell up.
Well, love to see. So tell us about how you came in connection with this contest.
I came in connection through Celeste Moy, and because I wrote a song that a lot of the young people covered in this contest. And so I wrote the song with my sister, Frank Wilson, Barry Gordy, and it was just amazing. I just came up with You Made Me So Very Happy, and I was singing it, and my sister came in from a session, and I said, I'm stuck on just the title and the little melody. And so she said, well, I lost it love before. Got mad, closed the door, but you said try just once more. So You Made Me So Very Happy. And on that day, my boyfriend quit me.
Oh no.
Oh yes, and I'm so happy he quit me. He made me happy
very
by
happy.
leaving.
He made you very happy.
Very happy after it sold 4 million copies.
Wow. So and I know that's the essence of the competition tonight, is to celebrate songwriters such as yourself and write the song. So I have a couple of questions about songwriting.
Okay.
You talked about what kind of drove you in the space of writing a song. Was it a heartbreak or because you were happy after a breakup? What other things motivated you to write the songs that you've written?
Well, I've always been a musician. I'm a classical violinist, and that's what I wanted to be before I met Barry Gordy and Hal Davis and Mark Gordon. But it was on a dare, because when I went to Motown, Sylvia Moore was the only female writer. And so he told me that women couldn't write. So I said, oh, okay, give me a few pointers. And he gave me some pointers, and he said, you write a song like it's happening, not like it happened yesterday, make it present. And so I said, You Made Me So Very Happy is you made me happy now, not tomorrow. And just some of the pointers that Barry gave me, and then listening to songs and going to sleep listening to songs. And it was one song by Jerry Butler, and in the lyrics he said, you think by hurting me that I'll go away, but I'm in your life to stay. And so I just kept on listening to everybody, the Beatles and Marvin, and just being around the musicians. I sang in background sessions all of my life from high school till I got with Motown. So I used to be able to read very well music, but when you get away from that, the violin and everything, you kind of lose a little bit of it. But it was on a dare that I even tried to write a song, because I was writing little songs that were out before I got to Motown. And my sister did a song called The Del Viking, and that was a big hit. She had a hit before me in Los Angeles. So, that was the reason I just wanted to prove to Barry I could write.
Wow. So out of all the songs that you've done, which is your favorite?
Embraceable You and Look What You've Done, and the song that Till the End of Time by Frank Wilson, and just everything basically that I can remember, because I put my heart into it, because I came from a single mom family, and my dad was never in the house. The only time I saw him in his suit was when he died. And so I sang from my sadness, and I was the oldest of three, Patrice Holloway and my brother Wade Holloway, and we were like 3 kids all together. We never separated, but then later on they went their separate way, and I just stayed. They always called me a square, and they always made fun of my nose, and I was like, okay. You have a long nose. Okay.
Oh.
Whatever. But anyway, we enjoyed each other. Patrice, I enjoyed her so much because she was so kind and so sweet. But, the whole experience, my life was changed from one move, and that was meeting Barry Gordy.
Barry Gordy. Wow.
That was changed forever. I was looking at her, one of the songs that she did, and then I'm looking at all the modern people, and then all of a sudden I pop up. I'm like, they still listen to me? And so, it's just to know that, like I told Barry White before he passed away, I used to always pray for him when he would get stuck on a song, couldn't go any further. He would call me. So he got ready to go to Italy. And so I said, you know what, Barry? Our songs are going to outlast us. And songs have outlasted a lot of the celebrities because when something's good, it'll last forever.
Yes.
And the young people keep it going. You know, in LA, it's mostly Hispanics, and they follow one certain guy, and that's Brenton Wood, the Ooga Booga Man. Yeah. But usually the oldies, it's from back here. That's our foundation. That's where it started, and that is not going to ever end. So we're just grateful for the people here and the people in London.
I heard, is that true?
They never forget us. When you go over there, you just think you're a star again. It's almost unbelievable, you know. And they're so faithful, like Hispanics are in LA for Brenton, but in Europe and over here, we're always famous because of Motown.
Did you still write?
I'm getting ready to write because I have a new venture.
Ah, here we go. Here it comes.
I'm a preacher now.
Come on.
And I'm going to do a gospel album. That's been my dream forever.
Really?
I'm finally going to do it, a gospel CD, and I'm going to include. I'm taking from the young people. I'm going to get different writers and different producers. It's not just all about me. I want people that can contribute to it, and I want it to be gospel, but I want it. You can get too much chocolate and get sick. I don't want to always say, well, Jesus, and God. I want to tell a story about my life and about what's happening today.
Oh, wow.
And so.
No, so back in your time writing, was that the way it was? You had one writer on the whole album, or did you have different writers and producers back then?
It depended on your producer because Sylvia wrote some of my songs, Frank Wilson wrote some of my songs, Ed Kopp wrote Every Little Bit Hurts. He was one of the 4 preps. He was Caucasian or white. He wrote Love Letters for Katie Lester. He was a soulful guy. And so, Hal and I wrote together, Frank Wilson and I, Berry Gordy, and who else? Hal Davis would even write. You know, he would call people to help us because he was looking for talent. Hal Davis took me to Motown, to the Disc Jockeys Convention. I met Barry, and he signed me that day. And so it was amazing.
Wow.
Amazing. And my mom, I called her because I was raised in Watts. And he came to the Coconut Grove. And so I called my mom. I said, Mom, Barry wants to sign me, and you have to tell him yes. And you have to put on your best clothes and come down here and sign. And she was there in a minute.
Wow. Well, Ms. Holloway, thank you so much for taking time. It's an honor and a pleasure to meet you. And again, people out there who listen to your story to hear. And I know this is why they started this whole contest, is to highlight the writers. No one really knows your story. They know what you wrote about and what people are singing about, but they don't know your story. So this is part of that celebration, and I'm glad you were able to stop by and see us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
My pleasure.